The new year comes with new ways for pros to save at Lowe's. Like when you're ready to tackle your taxes, we'll help you save up to $100 off federal tax preparation when you file through TurboTax. All you have to do is sign up to become a Lowe's Pro Loyalty member by January 25th, and the savings is yours. This exclusive offer is for new Lowe's Pro Loyalty members only, so sign up at lowesforpros.com/proloyalty. Lowe's, the new home for pros. Discount valid on select TurboTax services through October 15th. More terms apply. U.S. only.
Now let's take a look at some computer trends for Thursday. Thursday, college basketball for many of you. We know this is really the big betting day where March Madness begins. I guess March Madness technically refers to the NCAA tournament, but from a betting standpoint, I know a lot of you really start to bet on the Thursday of the major conference tournaments. And these odds are from mybookie.ag, and use the promo code Duffy, mybookie.ag. Promo code Duffy, get a massive sign-up bonus. And the odds that we're displaying, if you are watching on YouTube or Periscope, of course, these go in book order, but the trends we're going to give you, we're going to give the daytime stuff, and then we'll do a nighttime report. But make sure, as we said, you set up an account at mybookie.ag. You'll be able to set it up within seconds. And visit offshoreinsiders.com, because we are going to have some sensational bargains for you. Going to put a nice sale on the Bet at Trinity, which is enormously popular, usually starting with the major conference tournament Thursday action. All records are against the spread. Central Michigan against Buffalo. Central Michigan is 8-2 versus a team with a winning percentage of above 600. Meanwhile, Buffalo 12-4-1 on neutral court games. TCU against Kansas State. Texas Christian 16-5 on neutral courts, but Kansas State is 15-7 inside the conference. Alabama and Texas A&M. Alabama just 1-4 to the Southeastern Conference. Texas A&M has actually done pretty well on Thursday games. The South Florida and Memphis. South Florida 20-44 following a spread win. Memphis, meanwhile, 5-1, their last 6 overall. Again, all these trends brought to you by offshoreinsiders.com. Kent and Ball State. Kent, 8-1 against teams with a winning percentage of above 600. Ball State, 2-8 following a spread loss. Providence and Creighton. The Blue Jays are 27-11 following a straight-up loss. 35-17 following a spread loss, but Creighton 2-7 inside the conference. And again, I remind you, all records are against the spread. Now, UMKC and Grand Canyon, not a lot to report. Grand Canyon has covered 5 of their last 6 lined contests. Cal Riverside and Cal Davis for late afternoon action that you can bet at mybookie.ag. And you'll get a 50% sign-up bonus that you can spend right away using the promo code Duffy. Cal Riverside, 6-0 following a straight-up loss, 7-3 overall, but they're 9-20 following an ATS loss. So yeah, we always said one of the keys to winning in handicapping is to find those teams that are going to lose outright but still cover, or, to find those teams that win but fail to cover and fade such teams. Cal Davis, 12-3 versus teams with a losing straight-up record. North Dakota versus Montana. North Dakota 21-8 following a spread win. Montana 17-5 their last 23 games overall. They are 12-5 to the Big Sky. As we said, if you're watching on either YouTube or on Periscope, there are the lines of some of the lines that are posted for Thursday, and make sure you check mybookie.ag. Use the promo code Duffy to support these podcasts and videos, and you'll get a 50% sign-up bonus. San Diego State and Fresno State. San Diego State 5-1 overall. Fresno State 10-29 on neutral courts, 2-7 following a spread victory. Long Beach State against Cal State Fullerton. Long Beach State 7-15 against teams with a winning percentage of above 600. Cal State Fullerton 9-2 following a spread win. Cal State Bakersfield versus Utah Valley. Bakersfield 9-2 to the WAC. 21-8 overall run they're on. Utah Valley, though also pretty hot as of late. 7-1-1 their last 9. You want the top sports service plays for this and throughout the NCAA tournament, through the NBA. And by the way, baseball is just around the corner as well. One and only one place to go, offshoreinsiders.com. Northern Colorado against Weber State. Northern Colorado has covered 5 of the last 6 of the Big Sky. They are 8-3 against teams with a winning percentage of above 600 and 13-6 overall. North Carolina Central versus Savannah State. NC Central 8-2 overall run, 16-5 against teams with a losing straight-up record. Savannah State is 3-13 against teams with a winning record. Duquesne against Richmond. Duquesne is 7-3 following a straight-up loss. They are 1-7 versus teams with a winning percentage of below 1,500. Let's try that again. Below 400. Richmond 6-1 following a straight-up win. Richmond is 6-2 following an against the spread win. Offshoreinsiders.com with more trends. All of them are against the spread. Miami of Ohio and Toledo. The Redhawks of Miami are 7-3 versus teams with a winning percentage of above 600, but they're only 1-9 on neutral courts. Toledo 13-4 on neutral sites. Southern Methodist and Connecticut. SMU 16-37 on neutral courts. Connecticut 15-36 following a straight-up win. Dayton against Virginia Commonwealth. The Flyers are 3-13 following a straight-up win. VCU 7-16 following an against the spread win. If you do like this information, please literally like us. Of course, games are in progress as we follow this report on Wednesday night, but Joe Duffy's picks an incredible 302 and 207 going back to preseason football. Make sure you check the full menu of winners before placing a bet. Joe Duffy's picks, the industry standard at offshoreinsiders.com. And as I said, for the largest sign-up bonus in the industry at a sports book that will absolutely pay you on time, you'll get paid in full. I've actually heard zero complaints about mybookie.ag. Have experienced zero complaints. I've got contacts within the industry. MyBookie.ag, one of only about a half dozen sports books that I unequivocally will recommend. For the full list, make sure you visit offshoreinsiders.com, the clearinghouse for the best sports books and the best handicappers.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.